In a small village in Africa, there was a girl named Amina. From the day she was born, everyone knew she was special. Her eyes sparkled like stars, and her smile could light up the darkest night. Her parents, Mama Zai and Papa Kwame, loved her very much and knew she was a gift to their family. When Amina was just a baby, she did amazing things that surprised everyone. At 6 months old, she started to talk, saying words like Mama, Papa, and I love. By the time she was 1, she could count to 10 and knew the names of all the animals in the village. People from all over came to see the little girl who was so smart and beautiful. As Amina grew, her intelligence only blossomed. At the age of 3, she could read stories to her younger siblings. She loved to sit under the big baobab tree, reading tales of adventure and magic to anyone who would listen. The other children in the village would gather around her, eyes wide with wonder as she told them about faraway lands and brave heroes. When Amina started school, she was ahead of all the other children. Her teacher, Mr. Juma, was amazed by how quickly she learned. While other kids were just beginning to write their names, Amina was writing full sentences and solving math problems meant for older students. Mr. Juma often said, "Amina, you are a shining star. Never stop reaching for the sky." Amina loved learning and helping others. She used her knowledge to make life better for everyone in the village. When she was 8, she noticed that the water from the village well was not clean. Many people were getting sick. Amina gathered some friends and together they cleaned the well and made a plan to keep it clean. Everyone was healthier and happier because of her efforts. One day, Amina's village was visited by a big storm. The wind howled and the rain poured down, causing floods and damage. Amina stayed calm and organized the villagers to build barriers to protect their homes. Thanks to her quick thinking, the village suffered much less damage than expected. The elders of the village were so impressed that they called her Little Leader. As Amina grew older, she continued to shine in school and in the community. She won many awards for her academic achievements and always found ways to give back to her village. She started a small library with donated books so everyone could enjoy reading as much as she did. She also taught younger children how to read and write just like Mr. Juma had taught her. When Amina finished school, she decided to move to the city to continue her education. The whole village gathered to say goodbye. Mama Zai hugged her tightly and said, "Remember where you come from, my child. We are so proud of you." Papa Kwame nodded, tears in his eyes, and said, "Go and show the world what you can do." In the city, Amina's brilliance shone even brighter. She attended a big university, where she studied science and engineering. Her professors were amazed by her ideas and her determination. She worked on projects that helped improve the lives of many people. She invented a new kind of water filter that could make dirty water clean and safe to drink. Her invention was used not only in her village but in many other places too. Amina never forgot her village. She often visited, bringing new books for the library and sharing her knowledge with everyone. She started a program to teach young girls about science and technology, inspiring them to dream big just like she did. The villagers loved hearing about her adventures and successes in the city. They called her the village star. As time went on, Amina's work gained international attention. She was invited to speak at conferences and meet with leaders from around the world. Everyone wanted to learn from the brilliant girl who had grown up in a small African village. Despite her fame, Amina remained humble and kind, always remembering the values her parents had taught her. One day, Amina received a special award for her contributions to science and community development. She stood on a big stage holding the shiny trophy, then said, "This is not just for me. This is for my village, my family, and all the people who believed in me. Together, we can make the world a better place." Back in her village, the people celebrated Amina's success with songs, dances, and a big feast. Mama Zai and Papa Kwame were the proudest of all. They looked at their daughter, now a young woman, and saw the same sparkling eyes and bright smile she had as a baby. Amina hugged them and said, "I couldn't have done it without you." Amina continued to work hard, helping people and making a difference wherever she went. She never stopped learning and never stopped caring. Her story spread far and wide, inspiring children and adults alike. They saw that with love, intelligence, and determination, anything was possible. And so, the tale of Amina, the beautiful and brilliant girl from a small village in Africa, became a legend. Her legacy lived on in the hearts and minds of all who knew her story. And the world was a better place because of her shining star. Amina's story continued to inspire people long after she received her special award. Her work in science and engineering led to many more discoveries and inventions that improved the lives of countless people. She developed new ways to harness solar energy, providing electricity to villages that had never had it before. Her innovative farming techniques helped farmers grow more food with less water, ensuring that no one in her village ever went hungry. As Amina's reputation grew, so did her responsibilities. She was invited to join international organizations that work to solve global problems like poverty, hunger, and climate change. Despite her busy schedule, she always made time for her village. She regularly called her parents, Mama Zai and Papa Kwame, sharing her latest adventures and listening to their advice. She never forgot the lessons they had taught her about kindness, humility, and the importance of giving back to her community. One year, Amina decided to host a big event in her village to celebrate all the progress they had made together. She invited scientists, engineers, and leaders from all over the world to come and see the amazing things her village had accomplished. The villagers worked hard to prepare for the event, decorating their homes and preparing delicious food to share with their guests. When the day of the event arrived, the village was filled with excitement. People from different countries and cultures gathered to learn from Amina and her community. There were workshops on clean water, renewable energy, and sustainable farming. Children from the village proudly showed off their new library and shared stories about how Amina had inspired them to dream big. During the event, Amina gave a heartfelt speech. She stood on a stage in the center of the village, looking out at the smiling faces of her family, friends, and guests. "This village is my home," she said. "Everything I have accomplished started right here, with the love and support of my family and community. Together, we have shown that even the smallest village can make a big difference in the world." The crowd erupted in applause, and many people were moved to tears. Mama Zai and Papa Kwame stood proudly in the front row, holding hands and beaming with pride. They knew that their daughter had fulfilled her destiny and that her story would continue to inspire generations to come. After the event, Amina took a walk through the village with her parents. They visited the clean well, the thriving gardens, and the solar panels that now provided electricity to every home. Everywhere they went, people greeted them warmly and thanked Amina for everything she had done. As they walked, Amina reflected on her journey. She thought about all the challenges she had faced and the support she had received along the way. She knew that her work was far from over, but she was excited about the future and all the possibilities it held. That night, as the village celebrated with music and dancing, Amina made a promise to herself. She vowed to continue working hard, to keep learning and growing, and to always remember where she came from. She knew that with the love and support of her family and community, she could achieve anything. In the years that followed, Amina's impact continued to grow. She traveled to many countries, sharing her knowledge and helping communities around the world. She remained a beloved figure in her village, always returning to share her successes and give back to the place that had shaped her. Amina's story spread far and wide, becoming a symbol of hope and possibility. Children everywhere learned about the girl who had risen from a small village to change the world. They saw that with intelligence, determination, and a caring heart, they too could achieve great things. And so, Amina's legacy lived on, a testament to the power of one person to make a difference. Her journey from a beautiful, intelligent girl in a small African village to a global leader was a reminder that dreams can come true and that the light of one shining star can brighten the entire world.